it already said. We're back.
So
next
You're
month.
coming back.
There'll be more.
Yeah.
Soon there'll be more.
And by the way, everyone, because sometimes I go into the archives and I say, like, like Laguna Beach, The Hills, The Osbournes,
Yeah.
Simple Life are some of the best reality shows. Every time I say this, I get at least one DM like, what about the Anna Nicole show? Did you like
The
that? Because
best.
that's a classic. Yes, I did.
One
I
of the
just
best.
don't always include it on my list, but I should. It was a great fucking
It's one
show.
of the most iconic reality shows ever. It really is.
Yeah.
Because E-Television had nothing but infomercials and the Anna Nicole show. That was
It
it.
was really it literally, I think it was like right after the Osbournes. I think the Osbournes helped green light that, you know?
Yeah. It was Osbourne's, Anna Nicole show, and The Real World. Those were
Newlyweds, Nick and
yeah,
Jessica
and then
came
Newlyweds
after
came.
that.
Yep. Yeah.
I like that formula. Like I like some famous people that just like look, it doesn't always work, right? Like we could go down the list, but like
Yeah.
when it's a famous person and now it's look, we're gonna speaking of Denise, we're gonna have Denise Richards in the Wild Things. Her and Aaron. When I saw her, here's some tea. I mean, it's not even that big a tea. I just saw her like 2 weeks ago, and she said the
Yeah.
whole show is filmed, and she's like, well, I have something to tell you. I was like, I mean, I have a podcast. I mean, I wouldn't tell me much if you don't want it out
Right.
there. But
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
says like Erica Jane filmed for her show. So I guess those two are good. I mean, we all know how Hollywood works. Doesn't necessarily mean they're good. Hey,
Right.
do you want to be on my show? Because we kind of fought the last time at a dinner party, but Erica's going to be on her show. Like just, not a regular cast member, just one episode.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting.
But
But that's going to be cool because it's a great show. So I'm glad to see that she's doing it and bringing it back. I mean, she's iconic for that role.
I
Denise.
think I think Denise and Lisa Rinna are two iconic people that
Uh,
whether you like them or not on Housewives, I am all for both of them.
yeah. Yeah. 100%. I agree.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
if Denise wanted to break the internet, she would invite Rinna on her show instead of Erica. But I'm just putting that out there.
Maybe.
well, maybe she didn't.
Maybe she already has.
and she didn't tell you.
That's true. That's true. You guys are definitely coming back next month. Where can everyone find you online that wants to follow you or book a reading or shop and get 50% off?
Go ahead, Paul.
Pola2, POLATTEU.com.
That's for copy readings, for gowns, or you can follow Paul@2, POLATTEU, or you can follow me, Patrik Simpson, PATRIK SIMPSON, Undressed with Paul and Patrik. Every week we drop a brand new episode Tuesday night at midnight. Got some great guests on there, and he always does a coffee reading every week. And we're always regular guests, hosts on Jeff Lewis Live on Sirius XM Radio Andy.
Which is major. And you're coming back here next month, and we
Maybe
will have
we'll spill more Sutton Strack tea about the show next month. We'll see.
And we could also talk because Beverly Hills is the one franchise where I open my eyes to the fashion. Sorry, RHOC. Sorry, Salt Lake. Although Salt Lake holds it together pretty well. We could talk about the fashion too on Beverly Hills.
Exactly. Do you like Salt Lake this season?
I'm liking it. I'm not. Listen, you know what it is? I compare it to New York and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's like it's better than New York.
True.
My audience, I think, is tired of me saying that. I think they're like, I'm trying not to be negative, but I'm so bored with New York. I just can't help it.
When we were in Dallas, we met one of the Dallas housewives. And, I was thinking, oh my God, who is that?
Leeanne Locken, Deandra Simmons?
Leeanne Locken. Yes, Leeanne Locken.
I mean, of course.
And I love her. She was so fun. She
amazing.
Love Snow White. And we just kept and so glamorous. And we were just thinking to ourselves, we're like, out of all these franchises, why did they not bring back Dallas? Because Dallas was, I think that was one of the good ones. I really do. I mean, they rebooted Miami and brought Miami back, and look how great it's doing. They need to bring Dallas back.
Leeanne is the best part of that show. I feel Leeanne could be on Salt Lake. She can move to Salt Lake tomorrow. And she's so off center. And I mean that as the biggest compliment that she would be great with Barlow and Mary. Like I've always been a huge
We're
fan.
gonna see Leeanne Locken next week when we're in Dallas. We're also gonna see Shanna Mokler because she moved there. Shanna Mokler. And Crystal Kung Munkop is going to be in Dallas, so we're going to have dinner with her.
Tracy's going to be.
Oh, and Tracy Tudor too. So it's going to be a whole reunion with all of us. It's going to be fun.
And Shanna Mokler moved to Dallas. Wow, everyone's moving out of. Everybody's moving out of LA.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah. She moved to Dallas.
We like Dallas though. I mean, would I live there? No, but it was fun. It was a fun city, and we're going back all the time with Jeff, so that's kind of exciting. And
I can't pick up my store and go there.
Right.
No, I mean, you guys are not leaving LA. I'm not leaving LA. Some of us are staying in LA, but I understand.
I don't know. You're getting death threats, so I'm not sure. Maybe you should get out of LA.
Right. Like the next time I touch down at LAX, I'm going to get a DM that says, I understand you just landed at LAX. How's everything going? It's like, oh my God, like, let me get rid of this.
I will then not be picking you up or dropping you off any further.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I'll fly into Burbank Airport and surprise all of you, right, James?
Oh God, I hate Burbank. I do not want to ever fly out of Burbank again in my life. Paul made me fly out of Burbank. There's no lounge.
No.
It's awful. I hated Burbank.
Never again. Get it. It's Burbank Airport is a little, let's say, run down. It's a little, stuck in the 80s, but when you show up at like 8 o'clock and your flight leaves at like 8:45 and you go through security in 1.5 minutes, give me Burbank any day over LAX. Any day.
But David, we were trying to fly to Seattle out of Burbank and they kept canceling the flights because there's not enough flights. So they canceled, rebooked us, canceled, rebooked us. Changed our flight from going into Vegas to going into Colorado, which didn't even make sense, then to Washington. It took us 9 hours to get to Seattle. We could have fucking driven there.
Do you know where you, yes, you could have. Do you know where you need to fly out of, which nobody ever goes to, is Ontario.
We haven't so far. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's like 15 minutes past, same thing. You get, they have a lounge, not a nice one, but they have a lounge. And when you land, you walk outside as if you were in Kansas or Oklahoma or whatever small town, and you get in that Uber within 1 minute. It's heaven. I hate LAX.
Our friends are Paul Leone, the mayor, and his wife Cheryl of Ontario for many, many years.
There you go.
The Ontario airport, it's just so far to drive all the way there, leave the car, and
from Beverly Hills, it's a little complicated.
It's further.
It's an easy airport to get in and out of, though, definitely. And I wish Burbank had a lounge. Maybe we'd do that, but
like for me, living in Hollywood, like a Burbank is literally like 20 minutes away from my house. I love it, but not a lot of flights. It's like one flight a day on my airline, JetBlue.
Right. And then the problem with that one flight a day on your airline is if that flight gets delayed, then you're fucked like us. And it took 9 hours to get to Seattle.
Yeah.
Well, we went across the country to another site just to come back and go up. And I'm like, crazy. And I told him, he's like, no, let's come back. I said, no, we're getting on this flight because if we don't get on this flight, we're going to miss the next one and the next one and the next one after that. And then guess what happened?
Oh, it's awful.
They just kept delaying the other one so much more that it was insane as we were traveling.
So I told them I'm not flying Burbank anymore.
That's all it would take for me to never go back. Honestly, that's why you lost me at connecting flight. That I was like, I'm out. I'm out when I hear a connecting flight. I'm like,
to Washington. Who takes a connecting flight to Washington?
We went to Dallas first. we flew to Dallas just to come back to San Francisco and then go up.
So crazy.
Or something like that.
So crazy.
I was like,
shockingly. I mean, it's like in New York, I have that arrogance of New York, LA, that you think JFK and LAX fly everywhere direct. They don't. There are places that LAX does not, you have to do a connecting flight. It just doesn't go to that airport. It doesn't matter how much you pay or what time you go. There's just literally no airline that does it. That upsets me.
Are you coming back to LA next?
No, literally in 2 or 3 weeks in November.
Oh, okay. Let us know when you come back. We're going to be in New York next year. I don't know when, but we're going to do coffee reading party and we're going to do coffee for a few days in New York because everybody wants us to come to New York.
You would do great in New York.
Yeah, I think so.
For
and
coffee
I've been
rating.
for COVID, so we want to go.
I'm definitely in LA in like 3 weeks, so we'll hook up.
All
love
right.
you guys. You're definitely coming back next month. Love you both.
Definitely.
You are real. We love them. They are nice. They're real. Everything about them is the real deal. I'll share your socials and keep in touch. I'll see you next month.
Thank you. Oh, when you come back, David, you still owe us dinner. Remember, you said you're taking us to dinner, so we're gonna let you do that.
I will come to I will take you to dinner. I'll come to the store and we'll go in the Beverly Hills area.
Love it.
Okay, for real. I'm not kidding. We're gonna do this plan. Okay.
We'll do it.
All right.
Love you.
Thank you. Love you.
Me. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Annie.